I did it again.
Third week in a row.
Rookie.
Right. Just for Tortoise. Rerun it. I'm kidding.
Good Monday. Oh, whew. What a week.
I'd say more of a bad Monday than good Monday, actually.
Today was probably the best day we've had in a while. Because this week was bad. I mean, just bad. There's no way. I mean, we did pick up some business over the weekend, and actually Poshmark came alive, which was strange. Remind me to tell the Poshmark story, though. Before I'll let a few people filter in before I get into it. But yeah, I hate to be the guy that like comes on a live show and goes, "Wow, what a terrible week," but I don't have anything else to say about it. Like
it was a terrible week.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. It's my understanding that like there's not a lot of people that had a really great week. I mean, everybody we've talked to has all been like, "Hang on, strap in. This is gonna get hairy." So,
well, my eBay is my fault because I just started listing again, so that's my fault. So, you know.
William says eBay bad here also. Yeah. John's here. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up, John?
Hey, John.
Starting up.
John's here.
I don't get it.
He's a big time YouTuber. You gotta impress him.
Yeah. Straighten up.
Somebody else is here.
Yeah.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
What's up, Jen?
And Mark had a wonderful week. So there you go. Postcards.
Lucky Mark.
Postcards are immune to this, I guess.
So. But for Mark, have you applied for Whatnot yet? Still waiting on that.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that too. Popeye did well.
He did. Yeah, I watched that too, man. That dude, that's the one guy I'd be afraid to even try to hit a bid on. It was like,
yeah, he did really well. I was impressed.
Man. Yeah.
We could talk about that a little bit. Whatnot is going crazy. And people are getting crazy creative with it. Sarah was watching a live stream. Oh,
sweet.
Everybody straighten up. Mark applied for Whatnot.
keep us updated, Mark. I really want to know.
Yes. I'll refer you, Mark.
Seriously.
Oh, and I just want to bring it up. I ended up buying some beaver nuggets.
Oh, you're gonna love them.
I got it from Shorty Resells. I got their beaver nuggets, the little peanut patty thing, and then another one that came in a white bag, but you can't see through it. I just don't know what it is.
I think they're white cheddar beaver nuggets, aren't they?
Yeah,
the white cheddar.
Yeah.
I haven't had those yet. You're gonna have to let me know what they'll.
Yeah. So I got those three, and they just shipped them out today. So
apparently we got the spicy nuggets.
Oh, okay.
didn't know that. So, my wife says yo.
Hey, Sarah.
John all John had was a bunch of lowball offers on eBay.
Yeah.
We had that. We had somebody offer us $1 for an $8 postcard, and then offered us $2. And I was like, "Oh, okay.
This is how this is going to go."
So this is how it's going to be. So I just kept declining it, and then eventually they went away. But yeah, so our week started. Well, it didn't start, but our weekend started with this. I will Mark, get by your printer. So this is how that whole weekend kind of started for us. We had, I always look at our feedback because I want to know, we have 100% and I kind of take pride in that. So, anyways, we got a negative. And I was like, okay. And it was a Squishmallow. And it was a new Squishmallow. And I'm like, that's weird. Mm-hmm. So I messaged because it was one of those things where like they got the thing. And then instead of contacting you and saying, hey, something's wrong.
Right.
They just left a negative feedback. And I was like, okay. So I contacted this person and I was like, hey, what's wrong? Because, if you would have told us about it, we could have done something for it. I'm like, and we still can. I'm like, we'll gladly make it right for you if you would consider removing, or, not if, I said, would you consider removing the feedback? And they send me a message back that says, it's my freedom of speech. I'm not removing the feedback. And I'm like,
what?
Okay.
Holy crap, man.
Because we'll offer you, I'm like, if you send us some pictures, and because it was a global shipping order. So she said it was stained and it had like a minor tear in it. And I'm like, that's probably a shipping issue. And I told her that, and I was like, hey, it's probably a shipping issue, this, that, and the other thing. And she's like, no, I used to work for the parcel service. I know that you can't get, that I could refuse parcels if they're damaged, and I did not. And I was like, okay. So I sent a message to eBay for Business, and I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's clearly been damaged in transit, because we photographed all sides of the thing. So there's no way it was our fault. And they were like, yeah, no problem, we'll remove it. Great.
They removed it for you?
Oh. Yeah.
I got one of those, and they said, "Oh, too bad." Like,
was it international?
No, it was domestic.
Oh.
I hope. Okay. I think I don't remember. It's already been drowned out by all the positives, so I keep forgetting about it. I just hate that it has a 99.3% on my feedback.
So we photographed the whole thing. So like there wasn't a snag or a stain on it. So when we were like, that's what I told the guy. I was like, look, there's photographs of all angles of this thing. There's no stains or rips on it. And I'm like, if it got damaged in transit, it shouldn't be our fault. And they were like, oh yeah, that probably does qualify for this. We'll just remove it. And I'm like, thanks.
Well, that, and you can't help it if custom opens it. You can't help it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because technically it's not in the original packaging no more that you sent them.
Right.
So
you can't help that.
Yeah. And so I told her, I was like, we have 100% positive for a reason. Like, we're not going to leave you hanging. If there's something wrong, send us pictures of it and I'll make it right. Like, I'll give you your money back. I have no problem with that. And she's like, I'm not sending you pictures. Okay. Well, then there's nothing I can do. You just want to leave this negative feed. And she kept going back and forth. And she would make these absurd points. And like when somebody says something that's just so dumb that you just can't help but to say something back. And I was in that position where I'm like, I have to tell you how stupid you are. So and then eventually I'm like, I can't do this anymore because I'm going to be here all night arguing with this lady. But yeah, it did get removed, and that's, Angie's Oddities had the same thing. And 2 negative feedback removed, both for feedback extortion. Yeah, nice. And I thought that this one was going to be that way, but they never asked for a refund. It's almost like they were just content leaving a negative feedback. Like that's
it's funny. I don't know why I just clicked that you said it was international.
Yeah. I don't know. Funny. I mean, I can't offer a return, but I can offer. I told her flat out. I was like, we'll help. We'll do something for you. I'm like, just send me some pictures of what's wrong.
Right.
No. I'm like, okay. Well, that's like going to take something back to a store and not bringing the product with you. Like, I want my money back. Well, give us the product back. No. Okay. We're at a stalemate here now, aren't we?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I mean, how hard is it to take a 5-second photo? Like snaps and done.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed like she was just very content with just leaving the negative feedback, and she wanted her freedom of speech, which was the first thing that she said back. And I was like, okay. Luckily, she's like, I'm going to report you to eBay. And I'm like, I already did, but thanks. Like, I didn't report you. They already know about it because they're going to remove it. So have a nice day.
Well,
there goes your freedom.
And they read all the messages anyways. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
If you say there's a problem, they start reading them so they can see everything going on it. So.
Mark did say I was going to buy a Squishmallow from Pittsburgh Picker, but the feedback. So he also said it. I figure if Adam can do whatnot, so can I. That's right.
No.
We're going to get into that, Mark, I'm sure. Sent me a t-shirt instead of a squish. I said no, it was a top. Okay. Yes, William. I badly want to. Do you want to message them and tell them it was removed? Yes. Yes, I do. But I'm not going to.
I just see a lot of bad things coming from that.
Well, I believe they can leave another feedback, can't they?
No, they can't. The only thing I can think of this is like, okay, look, I'm gonna get all my friends, buy something from you, cancel the order, and then leave negative feedback because they actually can do that.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, I do want to, but I'm not going to. Like, it would make my day to just be like, hey, remember that negative feedback that you left me? It's gone.
Just take the victory. That's all.
They did. I was very happy. And they got back to me really quick. I sent it at like 8 o'clock on a Saturday, and they got back to me at like 10 and removed it already. And I was like,
that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Those guys are good.
Still pissed they didn't remove my feedback though. Even after I explained to them, it's like, it's not right.
Hey,
but whatever.
Did you try again? Because sometimes if you get somebody else, they'll do it.
I tried twice. Same thing, unfortunately.
I would do it again. I'd just be that guy.
I already replied to it, so I know once you reply to it, I think it's kind of like already next to impossible to get it removed after that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how long ago was it?
A month.
Oh, yeah. Once it gets into like the 6-month category, it'll start.
Yeah.
It'll go away eventually.
Yeah, so. That's true too.
Yeah. We got Macari's impressive on how they deal with stuff like that, though. They don't put it up with it at all.
Oh, I do want to bring that up too whenever we have time.
Go for
it. It's something actually very important that actually made me think about something too. Actually, so I don't. You know how I keep telling you guys that to use Macari's label to get that shipping protection, right?
Right.
You guys know how I use List Perfectly, and you guys use Vendu, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know exactly where the pictures are being stored?
No.
Mm-mm.
So for List Perfectly, it's on an Amazon web host server, of course. I don't know about Vendu, so I'm assuming it's the same thing.
I did know that because when Amazon went down, List Perfectly was down.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's the same with Vendu though.
I don't know. We were using List Perfectly when that happened, and they haven't had a major crash since.
Yeah, so I guess it's a List Perfectly or just any kind of third-party service that might include cross-listing, or if your photos are in a different web server like Amazon. Mm-hmm. Apparently, and this is something that is still not 100% certain, I just want to bring it out there to everyone's attention because something that made me think that somebody was disputing something, I guess a lost in package or damage in transit or something, and they used Macari's label. They actually showed the email saying, Macari replied saying, "Oh, our records indicate that your photos did not get uploaded directly to Macari. It got uploaded via a third party. So you are not eligible for shipping protection, even though you used our label."
It's a crock because we just had it happen.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it might be something particular to this person.
Yeah.
Or who knows? But like I said, Vendu might be different.
It might be. Yeah.
But it's just something that it just made me think. I was like, is that true? Can they actually tell where the photos are being uploaded via directly from your desktop to their website or via third party? It was just interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so we had that happen 2 weeks ago. We had a Alf or maybe it was this week. I don't know. It's starting to run together after this week. So we had an Alf towel get lost, and we sent it with Macari's label and everything like that. And the guy contacted me and said, "Hey, it says it's at my post office," and I went to the post office and they said they didn't have it. And I was like, "Okay, well," I'm like, at this point, like, I can't even refund you if I wanted to because Macari doesn't give me that option. I'm like, so you got to contact Macari, and they have shipping protections in place for this. And then like 2 or 3 hours went by, and I got an email from Macari saying, "Hey, we saw that your package was lost. The customer reported it. We've refunded the customer, and we're giving you this much money, because it qualifies for the shipping protection." So, and that was cross-listed with Vendu for sure. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that really caught my attention because it's true. I know List Perfectly uses an Amazon web host server to actually cross-post the photos to the platforms because I've seen that on eBay, but I don't exactly know how that will work with Macari. Just just to bring it out there. Not 100% certain, but it could be a possibility until it's actually confirmed by List Perfectly. If you use it, of course.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are your fingers red?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was waiting on the story. I was going to ask later.
So, well, I mean, she already hung up the sweater, Jimmy. She ended up liking it, the hot Cheeto one.
Yeah.
She wishes it was the lemon one though.
Okay.
But
I kept looking at your hand. I'm like, this finger's red.
I ate hot Cheetos, and of course I put a whole lemon with a half another lime, and I ate, and I was eating them like that. So like I told you, every time you eat that, you want to either wear gloves or do what Sarah did, use chopsticks.
Yeah,
and not
chopsticks.
So here's the thing, Sarah. I don't know how to use chopsticks.
Oh, it's not as hard as it looks.
I tried.
It looks hard. If one goes flat, the other one moves. That's it.
I tried.
That's it. Let's see here. We got Jennifer here. She's sharing some stuff. She did say hit the like button if you guys didn't see that. Sharing Jimmy's channel and Ed's channel. William says, I have 2-day handling. When I sell something, GSP sends it immediately. Do I still have 2 days, or will I get a defect?
You still have the 2 days.
Yeah, you still have the 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
It's just when you get the email for international, it always says it differently than when you get domestic.
Yeah. That's right. And for some reason, like, it seems like the app has a difference in time. Like, if you sign onto your desktop and look at your shipping times, like when it needs to be shipped out, it seems like the app's wrong a lot of the times. Because I've signed on and looked through the app, and it says I don't have anything to ship till Monday, and then I'll sign on and it'll be like, you have to ship this one today. And I'm like, whoa. So, yeah, it seems like the app sometimes has a little, it gets it wrong. Mark is talking Matrix stuff here to us. Does Liz perfectly sign into Macari than an API? I don't know. We don't even know what that means. At least I don't.
An API. I don't know what that means either. But no, all it does. Go ahead.
Good.
Well, all this perfectly is just a copy and paste extension, so it doesn't actually sign in into anything. Kind of like Pasha VA, that kind of does.
Mm-hmm. So that might actually be the difference there, because Macari doesn't. You don't sign directly into Macari. Well, you do sign into Macari, but it's not like Poshmark and eBay on Vendu are signed in. Like they can. They're the only two that you can use the app for.
Yeah.
The Vendu app, which sucks, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nice, but like, so it's kind of clunky. And it's been beta, so I understand. I'm just happy somebody made an effort to do this. But I'm sure it's a lot more complicated to build, but like, it's really not that great. Like it looks like that, and then when you click on something, you have to go down at the bottom where it says marketplaces, and then it says the marketplaces it's on. But if Macari was one of them, it would be down here at the bottom and it would say listed but not supported, because you can't actually pull anything off of Macari. And it also doesn't give you the option to mark as sold. My camera's blurry again. It doesn't give you the option to mark it as sold. It just gives you the option to delist it, which doesn't really help. So it's nice to be able to have the ability to do it for things like Poshmark, if it's on Poshmark and eBay only. But I don't know. And then we went through a little bit of some drama with Poshmark over the weekend. But I'll tell a story in a second. Hi, Storage Bandits.
Hey, how are you?
Use tweezers. There you go.
Yeah, use tweezers.
No, I like doing it the old-fashioned way. The way that I grew up using our hands.
Having red hands. This is it.
It's because every time any one of your friends sees this, you already know what you ate. You don't even gotta say it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So I know you've had it once, Ed. Do you double sold something like within minutes of the other one?
Yeah,
we had it twice.
Oh, that is extremely rare.
Yes. We had a pair of Crocs and a t-shirt right on Saturday. So we canceled 2 orders on Poshmark on Saturday. Because I'm not going to take the ding from eBay. I'll take it from Poshmark. So
which they don't even give you anyways.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do 2 in one day. But yeah, it was a little sketchy. I was like, oh great. This is awesome. But I don't know about you guys, but my sales on Poshmark went up quite a bit over the weekend. Like we seem to sell quite a bit of stuff.
Mine went down.
Yeah, I just had low ball offers when they make the bundles. I'm like, what?
We had somebody literally put every Cabbage Patch that we had on our Poshmark in a bundle. It was $274 before the price, and then we gave him a deal and sent an offer or whatever. And I'm like, why are you like? That's 20 some items. Mm-hmm. You're gonna take the time to put all those in a bundle and not make an offer.
Right.
Like, that's a lot of time spent looking through somebody's store going, ooh, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one, and not make at least a lowball offer on it. Like, it's just weird. But
yeah, that's very weird.
So, yeah, that was the story of the weekend, though. Just stuff like that would happen, and then, like, we would get...
You have a better story of the week.
It's like, I get, like, an ice cream headache just thinking about it.
He literally just like clicked like
yeah, it's like I malfunction when I like have a stroke just thinking about it, because it was, I don't know, it's one of those things where, like, so if you people that don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video on Saturday about this, and it was my Goodwill video. We'll say hi to Rosie. There isn't a ding on Poshmark. It's only if you ever don't ever send things. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect to know.
Hi, Nita.
Hey, Nita.
For stopping by. What time of day did the bundle come in? I get drunk and order around 3 a.m. sometimes. It came in at like 1:30 p.m. So, yeah, it wasn't... So for those of you that didn't watch the video, we went to Goodwill, and there was a discrepancy between what's a t-shirt. And they kept telling me that the t-shirt I was holding in my hand was a men's top, and I'm like, they're not tops. They're not tops. And we just went over and over. We went back and forth with this person, and like, it's just, you can't be that dumb, right? Like, you can't. No. There's no way these two were that dumb. Like, they knew what was going on. It had to have been that way, because, like, you can't define something like this as anything else. You can't. And who calls it a top? Like, nobody calls things tops. Like,
no.
I mean, if it would have just said $5.49 men's shirts, okay, there's some debate there,
right?
I mean, I do hear them being called tops around here, but that's more like in the beach areas, though. I call it a t-shirt. Right. That's what it is. It's a t-shirt.
Yeah, that was the ice cream. That was the. I can't even think because I'm thinking about it in my head. It's one of those things that just it hurts to think about. And then you're like, I remember talking to the lady and like going up to her, and I'm like, what would you call this? And she's like, well, I'd call it a top because I know because it has one barb in it. And I'm like, it's not a top. It's a t-shirt. Like, it's definitely a t-shirt. And I'm like, what over there on that rack is a t-shirt? And she's like, the ones with 2 barbs in it. And I'm like, but you put those in there. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, why not just call them a diamond then? Or a chair, race car, TV. Make up your own words. Why not?
Vacuum cleaner.
I could do this all day. It's a shelf. That's what it is. It's a shelf. Like, sorry, piece of furniture, whatever. I mean, just make up your own things. Like that golf club over there, it's not actually a golf club, it's a puzzle.
Oh, makes sense.
I mean, it was just one of those things. And then, like, I left there, and like Sarah and I just couldn't believe it. Like, both of us are just dumbfounded. And we're driving home, and like, for like 5 solid minutes, both of us were silent. Like, I'm driving, and then like, finally one of us was like, can you believe that just happened? And she's like, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, I just want to jump over the counter. Like, this is all I want to do is just throw the t-shirt in her face, jump over the counter.
That would have been the perfect time for you to have one of those either button shirts or a sweater with the little pocket here. So you can at least have your phone out recording so we could have seen the whole conversation. That would have been the best right there.
It happened so fast, and it was so incredibly dumb that, like, none of my instinct kicked in. Like, I just couldn't. I kept saying to her, I'm like, why is this a top? And she's like, because it has the barb in it. And I'm like, you can't say that. I'm like, no. You can't put, like, I can't go out to my truck and put a Miata sticker on it and make it become a Miata. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, and she's like, well, but that's how we define it. I'm like, no, you can't take the English language and put like, you can't say this thing that we're in right here. This is a flower. Like, no, it's a building. That's what it is. It's a store. There's a bunch of, words you can use to describe this, but you can't call it what it's not, and that's the problem. And she just didn't get it. She just didn't get it. She was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, well, is someone putting these on in the back room? And she's like, I don't really know. And I'm like, you're the manager though, right?
She knows. That's what she was ripping people off.
And it's funny too, because the manager is the one that confirmed it for you too. It's like, oh yeah, that's a top.
Well, and the lady behind us that was standing in line behind us, she was like, I had this argument with them last week. They don't care. I'm like, just change the sign, like Sarah's saying. It's fine if you want to, really hit people hard and make them pay $6 for an $8 T-shirt. Change the sign. Yep. Let's see how much business you get when that is glaring them in the face. Because
and like you said, I can imagine the racks just being full. They can barely even go through the shirts.
Well, and that was the thing, is that we were pulling some really nice T-shirts out of there. Like, maybe like $5, $6 T-shirts on whatnot. Maybe $10 tops on. So and I was surprised because we very seldom find good stuff at this Goodwill. And that's why. And they're all going to end up at the bins and somebody's going to grab them. And that's what's just going to happen. Yeah, you should call Goodwill Corporate in your area and ask them to explain the difference. Here they would audit the store for that stuff. Yeah. So, Rosie, I have sent them an email because there is no phone number for Goodwill of Southwestern Pennsylvania that I can find online. So I sent them an email, contact us form, and I will send it once a week, every week, until somebody replies to me. The same exact email, because they were stupid enough to send me a copy of it in my email that I can just copy and put it back in there. So every week they're going to get the same email. I'm going to Andy Dufresne them until they give me my library. That's what's going to happen. So, but yeah, I shot a fodder out in the parking lot. That's not a shelf. It's a top. That's right. We should have recorded the audio. Hey, Bartermania.
Hey, Barter.
Hey.
Next time recorded, I would have enjoyed the taser sticking into your top on the console.
I promise, it's a T-shirt.
Yeah. Come on. And you just see me.
They're the crooks. Tase them.
What I won't do to go viral on YouTube, I'll get damned. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass. Maddening, yeah. The manager was brainwashed. I think she was high, because she certainly looked like it. Because whenever I told her, she's like, sorry. And you're just like...
I've been like, you, Newman. Okay.
And which Goodwill, Pennsylvania is this one?
It's the one closest to our house, sadly. It's Goodwill in Robinson Township. But all of the Goodwills are under the corporate hat of Goodwills of Southwestern Pennsylvania in our area. And then once you cross the border, I think it's northeastern Ohio or something owns most of the ones going down the Ohio border. But yeah, it's this, unfortunately, the same corporate office that owns the bins we go to. They're the same. So
yeah, you don't want to get kicked out of the bins.
We're not. Yeah. And that's what I said on the video, is that, unfortunately, when winter comes and it's like January, we almost don't have a choice. Like, we have to, because there's just not a lot of real big options for us to source. We're going to try and remedy that and actually produce a death pile this year. But garage sale season really hasn't gotten into full swing yet. I mean, it seems like this weekend is going to be really good for us, but we're going to try and accumulate a little bit of a death pile. And there's some talk that we might buy a storage locker. Like, we have things in the works, but
gotta get that tiny house for your backyard.
Yeah, that's great. That's what we need. So we can call Adam Andy Shawshank Redemption. That's right, Andy Dufresne.
Absolutely.
She was high as a kite, or should I say high as a top?
That's good, yeah.
Just all in the cartel. Try and kick me out of the bins. Yes. Sarah, yes, in video recorded, yes.
I thought Sarah hated death piles, though.
She does, but we struggled this winter to get decent stuff. So if we can get some bulk deals over the summer, or we can buy a lot of things, we'll probably kind of accumulate a little bit of a death pile, but it will be more back stock than it is death pile. So that's more what we're going to do. But we just wanted to have some, because we can get our hands on t-shirts and clothes and stuff like that. But what happens is that you go from selling, items that are $20 to selling items that are $7 to $8, in the winter, and so your income starts to tail a little bit. So we're gonna supplement it with some other stuff. Was our plan, but we'll see if it gets there.
Do you think that well, I don't know, I might be wrong, but is that long yard sale that Jimmy goes to, is that near you?
The 127?
The 120. Oh, I don't know where it is. So.
It's far away from me too, quarter mile.
Oh, okay.
Quarter mile? Wow. Yeah.
You don't watch my videos? Come on,
I do.
Man.
I know how far it is from you. I know you basically live on it, don't you?
Yeah, it's literally. I come off 127 and go to my house. So yeah,
I'm not familiar with the whole
So after all. Jimmy's on the western side of Ohio.
I'm closer to Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but we're gonna go either way, unless it's June 12th. When is it?
August 4th through the 7th.
Yeah, we're gonna go. So we'll be there. But yeah, the stuff like that we hope. And then like the neighborhood, there's like a newer development on our street that's down the road. They're having their community sale. That's actually where we got all those like collectible books last year. So, and they're newer homes. They're probably $400,000 homes. So they're, they got a little bit more money than we do. So
are you guys still technically banned from estate sales?
We were never banned. We just can't film.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Kind of same way they don't like us recording either.
Yeah, we did. There's a lot of places that are doing that lately. Like a lot.
Yeah. It's getting hard. It's getting hard to film, man.
It is.
Not lying.
Yeah, and that's why I do the whole phone on my pocket thing, because if somebody just asked me, it's like, oh, that's just my phone.
Yeah,
and then it's a good working.
Yeah. So if I was, with how angry I was, I would have just held it. Just been like, explain to me what that is again.
Right. I mean,
you mean that sign over there?
you would have gone viral on TikTok for that one. Then your TikTok would have been boom.
Did you see Sarah's reel today with the dancing Cabbage Patch Kid?
Mm-hmm.
That was my idea. Mainly because every reel I've scrolled through now is that song with that guy. I did a rap. That guy. It's all of it. Let's see. Hi, Patrick Murphy. Thanks for stopping in.
Patrick.
Appreciate it. Sarah's sassy tonight. We struggle because I'm too efficient. That's right. It will be, the death pile will be organized. If I was 100% full time, I would have a warehouse stock full. Yeah, would be ideal, but we got to kind of float. Yeah, we're going to the 127. Estate sales are blocked from me. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan this year, is to have like a little bit of a backstock going into winter time, because that wasn't a big problem last year. It became like towards February, end of February, like middle to end of February. It was like we were praying that we go, we'd go to a thrift store and find something awesome. So it was just like, we gotta plan a little better for it. This is only our third full year. So like, and then the first 2 years, we were selling completely different stuff. Like, whereas this year, we'll get cleaned out of Cabbage Patches real fast if we don't backstock some of them. So, wait, you're supposed to listen to the reels? Oh, that's right. That estate sale company that did your multi-day Lawrenceville sale seems to be the most reasonably priced around PGH. Yeah, you're probably right. They are. They have their moments though, just like the rest of them. But you're definitely right about that. Turnkey was another one that wasn't bad, but they started getting a little high priced the last sale we went to. The people that own the house were awesome. I've been picking up winter weather clothes and such to list in the winter. Yeah, see, that's a good idea. And then, just stuff like that. We did go to a warehouse sale, which was kind of interesting. So I know that video will come out.
Warehouse?
No, it was a church thrift store, but it was their warehouse, and their warehouse is gigantic. And guess what they had there? Giant bales of T-shirts.
As I say.
Well, I don't want to ruin the video, but they wouldn't sell you a bale of clothes.
We would have nowhere to put it.
I'm just asking. If you did have the spot, I wonder if they would sell like a bale of T-shirts.
Probably. I would bet they would.
Yeah.
We just would need a forklift to get it anywhere near to our basement, or we'd have to take the bale apart like in the driveway, in the bed of my truck.
We'll donate this one back. This one's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Maybe this one.
Yeah, it would be pretty bad. Turnkey hates us though. Yes, they do. So, I also don't think I would want to bail. Yeah, from there, I don't know. There was a guy that was there, that was at the bins that was talking to us, and he pulled an awesome Looney Tunes shirt. It was Bugs Bunny and Taz with like some sombreros and what are those, like
Ponchos.
Ponchos, yeah, and then ponchos on, and it was single stitch from like the early '80s or something, and it was awesome. So, and the back was like their back, and the front was their front. So, it was a really cool shirt. So some of the stuff there was really good. So I don't know. We were gonna go back for day 2, but we found something better to do. So, and it was miserable. I mean,
if you guys did end up buying the bale, what exactly would be your plan for it?
Whatnot. A lot of it would be
all of it. What?
Yeah, probably all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless
how many would you do a day though, or every week, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, I would say 50% of it's trash.
Yeah, honestly, half of them's rags. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just gonna be garbage.
Yeah, and then the other half, I mean, unless it's something insane, where it's like a couple $100 shirt, or like a single stitch Grateful Dead from the '60s or something stupid.
Yeah,
they'd probably all go on Whatnot.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tease that shirt and be like, "Hey, I'm not going to start at no less than $275." I mean,
Like what we did with the NASCAR.
Yeah, you played that well. I was like, "Oh, look at Adam, man. He is on that, man."
Had somebody on. Yeah, I mean, that guy's cool though. I follow his Instagram, Stan's Vintage from Illinois, and
it's still it was still a $50 T-shirt all day.
Oh yeah,
because Jeff Gordon don't race no more. So it was.
You
were the one that took it out of the plastics. It was the first time that thing's ever been out. It's still a $50 T-shirt.
Yeah, no, he did really well. But yeah, no, it was a cool. I mean, but yeah, I think most of our T-shirts are going on Whatnot from here on out. Like, it feels like they just have a better market.
Are you even checking them anymore?
Yeah,
like if they're actually.
Oh, that's right. It's a top. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, the top. Yeah, if it's a $275 top, that's what we're gonna look at. He's like, I can't do it.
Like we had this on eBay forever, and you would think something like this would sell relatively quick.
Oh wow,
it's old. It's from
guess what? 1995.
Did you sell this to us?
1995.
So you did sell this to us?
No. 7 p.m. on Whatnot, there's going to be that same shirt, that same tank top for sale.
We'll get to see how much it sells for. But like we'll put it on. I mean, I think what we'll do is if it's something like that where it's vintage and like kind of sought after, we'll put it on eBay for a few weeks, maybe a month, let it sit, see how it does. If it doesn't sell, then it goes on Whatnot. I think that's just kind of our plan.
Yeah, that's like I think I told you guys that I ended up finding some Disney cast exclusive shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking up the value because I was doing my catalog for the big size one. All right, what's and I was gonna put those 2 shirts, and they were both Disney cast exclusive, of course, meaning that only the Disney employees can get it from the cast member store, which I've actually been to before because my mom used to work there. Mm-hmm. So right there, the cast members get only those. You can't get them from the actual park. Oh. And there was only one sold of the one that I had, and it was selling for like almost $45-50. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna put this on one. I'm gonna put it on eBay. But then guess who ended up buying it?
Who?
Shorty Resells.
I was gonna say maybe Rosie.
Rosie. Yeah, I could see Rosie buying one of those.
Well, yeah. So I mean, he bought the one that had like all the Disney characters in the front, and it had the dates all the way in the back when everything was like made and all that stuff. So they ended up buying it for me.
How much did you pay for them?
$1.
Yeah, so that's kind of our thing, is that like if we don't pay much for them, like they may sell for $60 to $70 online, and we'll give it a chance maybe for a month or so, and if it doesn't sell, then we'll just Whatnot it. I mean, because realistically, if it sells for $20, we still made, so. That's kind of
Yeah, and now that I know that, I'm gonna be looking out for those a lot more too.
yeah. I
Because
would too. Is
yeah,
your
because
mom? Can your mom still get in the store?
no, they
uh,
once they deactivate your card, you can't go in no more.
You need to
Oh,
find
crap.
somebody. You need to find somebody who works there.
Right?
Oh, I know a bunch of people that work there.
There you go. Mark's stirring the pot. How many tops can fit in the new smoker? Probably 25. Yeah, funny. Let's see. Bought 7 cabbage. Yeah, I bought 7 cat. You did? When did you buy 7 Cabbage Patch dolls? I saw 3. Steven Vintage Bangers. We got that. Rosie loves the cast member stores. They're the best.
Yeah.
How'd you get in? We have some tie-dye Disneys that a friend of ours gave us. They're just like tie-dyed, but then like the center of it is like a Mickey Mouse blot, which is kind of cool. Those will be going on there at some point. But yeah, I think that's what we're doing from here on out, because it seems like teachers have a 3 + 4 the other day, 7.
That's awesome.
I forgot about I've completely blanked on everything that we bought at that Goodwill that day, because we bought those. That's actually why we ended up at the Goodwill, is somebody sent us a message and was like, hey, my mother-in-law was at it was actually, I think it was Scott and Di actually. My mother-in-law was just at the Goodwill in Robinson, like there's Cabbage Patch dolls there, so we're like, oh well, we'll go. And that's when we went. So and I completely forgot about anything but the tops and ours. So man,
Freaking tops, man.
there you go. See? Got it. Have you ever thought of tie-dyeing a cabbie Woodstock style? Oh, it was Miss Frugal Trash to Cash. Got it. That's who sent us. So yeah, we get tips on Cabbage Patches in the area. Come here, save the children. So I thought of tie-dyeing a cabbie top. This is funny. It's going to be the new thing around here. So yeah,
Well,
those have been all my miserable stories for this week. So I'm done complaining.
for me, I had my first T-shirt auction, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, how'd it go? We were out to dinner with friends of ours, so we couldn't.
I fell asleep. I'm sorry, guys. I did.
Yeah.
I was out.
No worries. It was all right. I made $71 from all of it, and I probably paid like $50 for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say maybe about 10 of them didn't sell at all.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I learned a lot. I learned what sold and what didn't sell. So now I know what to keep an eye out and what not to keep an eye out. So this next one, the big and tall one, I'm gonna see how that one goes too. And then
it'll probably go better.
Yeah. And thanks to Rosie and just me asking too. Yeah, apparently for Walnut, and you guys been telling me this all the time, you could just do in whatever category you want. I got confirmation from Walnut, and Rosie sent me a DM saying it's like, yeah, we encourage sellers to list in any category. So I was like, okay. So I ended up switching it from streetwear to thrift and contemporary, whatever it's called. Yeah. So I'm hoping I get more saves or people from that one, and we'll see how it goes, because I still have it for Saturday.
Yeah. Did you take pictures of all of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to be helping us a lot. Mm-hmm. So there's that, and the pre-bids are kind of cool. Like every now and again, you get a decent pre-bid. Most, I'd say 75% of the time, the pre-bid takes it, unless it's like $1 pre-bid, then it doesn't. But
I ended up selling 2 Disney shirts. One of them I got at thrift. One of them I got the bins. Yeah. They both sold for $10 to the same person.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's I don't know. You do learn real quick what sells and what doesn't. It seems like anything with any sort of damage, unless it's like old, it's just not going to sell. Yeah. Or it's just that, and I don't know, like the local single stitches, or like something that has like a fundraiser or like a family, those don't sell at all. You might as well just walk right by those.
And not the 5K t-shirts either. Like, oh my gosh,
don't sell. Don't even bother. But unless,
unless it has a cool graphic on it, but
Yeah.
It's like I was like, is it worth really 59 cents for me to hang that shirt right now? No,
Yeah.
just throw it away. It's like,
Yeah, and I was trying to do the computer and phone thing, just
Yeah.
have my phone right there, and try to do everything from the computer, but I could not figure it out.
You have to, when you go into your whatnot on your computer, it's not start stream, it's open stream.
open stream. Then you hit the three dots.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I ended up doing is I just clicked on the actual stream itself, and that's it. I didn't do any of that other stuff.
Yeah. When we get off, I'll show you.
Okay.
Because
Although
I
I think I figured it out, but I have no idea.
yeah, I'll show you. It's pretty easy, and it's so much easier because you
Yeah,
don't get too much spell check, and you can watch the chat while you're looking something up. It doesn't pop that screen up in front of the chat, so you can kind of pay attention to both. So, Mark, if he's having a bad day, just watches my videos. It's nice of you, Mark. What's up, Gulf Coast? How'd your live go, Gulf Coast? I heard that was Saturday when we were out at a friend's graduation, but yeah, how'd it go? I'd like to know. Gulf Coast did his first live stream. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's always nerve wracking too. It's always nerve wracking.
That was the first one was it's like the first YouTube video. I remember the first one I went live. I was sitting here like doing the knee bounce. I'm like,
I still kind of get little jitters, man, because you just never know, man. You just never know.
For these kinds of live with you guys, not anymore. But on whatnot, I'm still
good
doing
now
that
with this one. But
yeah,
it's like, I mean, sometimes I'm like, I'm just waiting on somebody to say something bad. You're like, oh, come on, just get it. But then when it doesn't, you're like, oh, okay, it's good.
Yeah, waiting for someone to make fun of you.
Yeah, I'm used to that though. I'm good with it. 9 times out of 10 is about my beard. I'm just like, okay, I've been hearing it since I've been growing it, so whatever.
Went good. I need to get better though. Oh, you will over time.
You
Practice
will.
makes perfect for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
it gets easier. Actually, it does. It gets easier.
Just be yourself. That's the key. So, the silence is tough. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's
don't do dead air.
I mean, that's probably one reason why I haven't been doing my lives anymore. It's just for one, sourcing has been bad, like really bad, and two is just I mean, actually, that's the main reason. Sourcing has just been bad.
Let's talk about this in more detail because I have a theory. I have theories, but so like, there's a lot going on, right? So, and financially for everybody, and we don't need to explain what's going on. Like that's a given, and so how like I've been through recessions and been through and been a business owner, so I have an idea of how to handle them because I have. This business is a little different where like when I had an insurance business, it was a little different because you could focus in a little bit more on the things that are going to be recession proof, or not recession proof, but things that people are going to. So like, okay, I'll give you an example because that didn't make any sense. So like in like insurance, there's insurance that you absolutely 100% have to have, and that's car insurance, auto, home, those kind of things. Life insurance is the number one thing that people drop when times get tough because at that point all they're trying to do is keep their head above water. If they die, they don't care, so it's like we're just going to get rid of this for right now. My kids don't need $3 million if I die, and we'll get it back later or something like that. And that's the most common. So you focus in on the things that people need, and you hope that you get the one or two things that people spend extra money on. Mm-hmm. With this business, it's a lot different because there's not much we sell that people need, their clothing, shoes, things like that. People might need them, but it's 9 times out of 10, it's not a desperation need. So how do you guys think you're going to handle this going forward? Because it seems like we're probably a solid 6 months to a year before things start to even back out. And that's just my opinion, but that's seems to be the general consensus.
Well, for me, how can I say? Well, so for me, my sourcing, it's really just once a week at this point because I have, if I were to count, maybe like 20 IKEA bags full of shoes that I still need to get through.
Right.
And so I'm only spending, depending on how many pairs I get, between 100 to 400 a week, give or take, right?
Right.
So, and it's only part time for me, so I don't depend on it. So whether that part happens, for me personally, I'm still gonna be good. But just in my head, sometimes even though people are in tough situations, their wants over just how do I say it?
Yeah,
They still get their wants.
exactly.
Right.
And
So
we
I
can,
mean,
it can go either way with us. Like shoes are a good example of that. Instead of buying a new pair of shoes, they may look to you for a used pair of shoes
mhm.
and save themselves a few bucks. But like, I guess what I was asking is like, or what I would in the chat, feel free to chime in on what you guys think of this. So like, I was reading like a couple people commenting on a few of the groups I'm in, and one person was like, the biggest problem with this is that you're going to have a lot of people not buying the collector's items. Like, would you change how you source away from things like Cabbage Patches and records and stuff that people collect because they may or may not be collecting them, and over into like shoes and shirts and things that people that aren't necessarily luxury items but more of a need item, and that seems to
Right.
be what's selling right now
Yeah.
is like the necessity item. So like we found at that church sale, we found 3 or 4 new with tags pants on them, and they're already gone. They sold like that because it just seems like and so that's kind of what I was asking. Like, are you guys, and when I say you guys, I'm meaning you two and the chat, are you guys focusing in on more of what people are going to try and save money on and what people need versus what people might collect and want, like, old video games and Cabbage Patches?
Yeah. So, yeah, because this week, or not this weekend, but last weekend, but yeah, Saturday, we went to a community garage sale, and this is the first time I've actually focused on clothing. I've never, like, we would see racks of clothes. I was like, I'm going over there. And that's the first, and then, and when we showed up, they're like, you're actually looking at our clothes? We're like, yeah. Do you got any more? I mean, we'll look through them.
You got underwear? Because I mean,
Yeah, not that far. I'm not gonna see. I still feel weird selling brand new packs on underwear. It's still weird, but I have.
The 100% cotton made USA underwear flies out of here. I wish we could find more of it.
Yeah, but
brand new.
So I think like a lot of people aren't looking for clothing right now at garage sales. I think for like us who are starting to sell clothing on whatnot, we're going to be able to find it faster because I found all kinds of vintage shirts just laying there, and I'm like, well, how much you want for them? Like 25 cents. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And Jen's like, quit getting excited. I was like, I can't help it. I was like,
Jimmy starts shaking.
It's like, you got any more? You got any more? No.
You have a bad poker face. But then, is what you're saying.
I mean, I got them right here. I don't know what to do now. See, I found these, right? Kobe's.
Hold on. No, I'll make you big.
Oh gosh. See, got the Kobe's, right? They're dirty. See what I paid for them? $10.
Nice.
Well, nice. I got excited because I found Kobe's, and I'm like, yes, I will pay $10 for them. But look, condition issue. Didn't even know. Ooh. But this one's good, but it's intact. So now I'm like, I'm probably only gonna get my $10 back. That's as far as I go with them. Do I clean them? Do I try to clean them?
I was gonna say, what's the underneath look like?
James, sorry, they're not bad. They just need wiped down.
Yeah. Nah, you'll still get a good amount.
But yeah,
I sold shoes in way worse condition than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's still intact. It's still
are they? They're not all leather, are they?
No.
Yeah, I would soak those in OxyClean white. Take the insoles out, soak them in OxyClean, and they'll come out looking pretty decent.
Yeah. Did you look up how much they're worth?
Yeah, like they're going for like $60 to $80 of each used. Brand new.
Probably in the $40 range.
Yeah.
Oh, brand new.
But I mean, no, brand new, they're like $235. I mean, they're still.
And that's what I would say. Even in that condition, you'll still be able to get a good $40, maybe even $50. Because some people, they don't care about that.
Yeah, because these are from 19, so they're not that old of Kobe's.
But they're still Kobe's. So
yeah.
I was excited. I was like, I know that symbol, and I went and grabbed them, and I was like, and I told Jid, I was like, I should negotiate down. And now, if I would known that chunk was out of them.
Oh yeah. That's the best negotiation right there.
I mean, like, yeah, I'll give you $2, man. It's best. But again, and this one, they had so much stuff because one, it was like chance of rain all day. It was like 80%, and it didn't
Oh,
rain. So
so
everybody,
bad this
so
weekend.
they didn't have nothing out. They were all just in their garages.
Mhm.
So you got people coming in, and they're like, "Well, we can only allow 5 or 6 people in our garage because if not, you're going to start knocking stuff over."
Yeah.
It wasn't because of what's going on. It was just they had knickknacks, and that's going to be a
Yeah.
disaster.
Most of ours got canceled on Saturday. There was 2 that were not. They didn't look great, anyways, so we didn't even go. In fact, we spent the majority of the day Saturday doing something different because it worked last time, and it's working this time too. It seemed to work on Poshmark more than it did on eBay this time, but we just took time and delisted and relisted a whole bunch of stuff, and because with Vendu, and I don't know about List Perfectly, but you can sort by stalest, the oldest stuff, and I just went through and started taking them down and putting them back up, taking them down and putting them back up, and just did that for 2 or 3 hours, and that worked for quite a while. I mean, it seemed to work for Poshmark a lot better than anything else, because after that we sold, I don't know, like 12, 13 things on Poshmark on Saturday. So
Nice.
yeah, but
I'm
here's some
I'll go for it.
some recession advice here. I worked for the electric company, and people buy everything, and our bills were last. They want it, they get it. Yeah, I could see that. Rosie's being more selective at thrift stores because I know things will be sitting a little longer. I'm still picking up collectibles, but only for good prices because I know they might sit. Also for clothes, I'm focusing more on needs, good quality jacket, shoes, hiking gear, sports gear, from home goods for a lot more parting out. Yeah.
And that's actually what I was going to bring up, because for me, shoes, they're right in the middle. They're a necessity, but they're also a want, depending on what kind they are.
Right.
And I know at this point in time, athletic shoes, hiking shoes, they're starting to sell a lot more, and even sandals, because it's the summer season starting to come. And even though my sourcing for the past almost 5 weeks actually was really bad, this last week was really good.
Yeah, I saw your pile.
Like, yeah, so I ended up getting 2 pair of Hoka sandals, and one of them, a lady actually gave them to me, and she says like, "Oh, here, take these. These are good." I'm like, "Okay," and she just gave them. Brand, I mean, they're stained. I just got to clean them up, but they're Hokas with tags on them still. I could probably sell them for like maybe $50, maybe even more. I just got to check it out.
Right.
And I ended up getting some Keen hiking boots for 200 that are worth $200.
Yeah.
I was like,
I have a pair of Keens.
wait, you pay $200 for keys, Ed? No.
Oh God, no.
No, Keens I have a pair of Keens, and they're indestructible. I mean, they're not indestructible, but the garbage I put them through, they hold up well.
Yep.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know if I post them, it might be getting a lot of attention, because those are right in the middle of still being needed, but it's still a want, because maybe they want to go hiking, but they might be using those shoes for work as well. So I'm right in the middle where I don't know if I should shift or just focus on more athletic than what I'm focusing on now.
Yeah. But like you said, is that, you're in a niche market that works. I think would work well with something like this, because if I'm, if I need to get a pair of shoes or something like that, I'm going to think twice about going to a store and spending $150 on a pair of Hokas or $200 on a pair of Hokas when I can get them for $40 used from you. Right. So that's kind of what I was talking about, is like, we're doing a similar thing, but we're actually, we're taking it a little bit further. So like what we're doing is we're doing like what you guys, and getting a lot of the need stuff out of the way and less collectibles and things like that. We're never going to stop Sarah from buying Cabbage Patches, so let's just forget about that idea. But what we are doing is taking, like, Mark is a good example of this. He sold 56 postcards to a person for $250. We're doing a lot of that, so we're focusing in a little bit more on ephemera and paper and things like that, because it's a collectible, yes, but it's an inexpensive collectible. So we're trying to kind of broaden our store and say, okay, well, there's a ton of it now here, and as things roll over, people are buying $10 pieces of ephemera on us, but if we're selling 30 to 40 of them a week, it's better than selling 2 pieces, 2 pairs of shoes for $20 or something like that we may never get rid of, or right. Something collectible. So that's kind of what we're doing. So Sarah can't be stopped. Yeah. Ephemera and cabbies cheap. I will never stop. That's right. So
And also, I think it really depends on how much free space you have where you're at, or if you even have a storage. Because I know a lot of people just they work with what they have in their house.
yeah,
Some of us, we're lucky to have a garage or able to have a storage unit that's just a few steps from us. And
Yeah.
yeah, that'll definitely change on how much we actually source.
Mhm.
And I think that's the same how I am, that I'm able to source all these shoes because I know I have the space for it and I could sit on it a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Now that I have an avenue where I can get rid of so many pairs like that, that's why I don't
Yeah.
mind it. Because I mean, you guys saw yourselves, I could get rid of 50 pairs like that if I wanted to.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, like, I was so adamant about you getting in, because, like, I knew you had that back stock, and I'm like, dude, you could unload. I mean, and even if you're
Mhm.
taking a loss on them, if they've been with you for a year or two, it's time to just get
Mhm.
it out of there and get something back for them, and then you could take that $5 and make it work again, rather than just letting
Yeah.
it sit. So
Exactly, and that's why I know when that troll came into, well, somewhat troll came into my auction, I was like, well, yeah, that may seem to you that I'm selling them too cheap and wasting my time, but it's like, you don't know that I've been having these for almost a year and a half, close to 2 years. I just wanted them out. I didn't
yeah,
care what I got.
it's always funny when people try to tell, like, that aren't in the business, or even if they are in the business, like, everybody does things differently, right? Like, Mark's store is a lot different than ours. Rosie's store is different than ours.
Right.
Your guys' store is different than ours. Everybody runs their business differently, and whatever works for them. And that's just the way it works. I mean, and that I will never tell. Like, if somebody asks me a question, like if you guys ask me a question, I'm how would you handle this situation? I'll gladly tell you, but I'm not going to be like, Ed, you're doing that wrong. You shouldn't be selling stuff that cheap or whatever. Like, it's none of my business. It's your business. It works for you. If you're making money at it and it's working for you, then great. If not, I mean,
Well, I was gonna say Ed was a lot nicer when he explained it to that guy, like, because you guys were on the plane when it was probably that same guy, because it was weird. It was like the same sentence, and I had jet lag, and I just didn't care what
Yeah.
I said, and I was like, why does it matter if I sell this thing for $1? I mean, whoever's getting is getting a deal. And Jen's looking at me like, shut up right now, or everything's gonna go for $1.
Yeah, right.
Like,
No, I couldn't imagine doing a whatnot auction the day after I
because
go
that's
back.
what a lot of my
I-
T-shirts now are, the backstock T-shirts. They're just getting out of the house. I'm excited,
Yeah.
So
I still have no idea how you did it after a
Oh,
plane ride.
it was bad. I was stumbling. Yeah, I'm glad you guys all didn't watch, because I swear that probably the camera was like this because I kept bumping into it. And
Sarah did that like 12 times in our last auction. All of a sudden, you just would see.
yeah,
Sarah was going through cabbie withdrawal this week. It's true. Yesterday, she was getting depressed because nobody was buying her cabbies.
no,
And then today, someone bought like 6 of them, or 3 of them. So,
perfect.
or no, 4. So, hi, Boldly Grow. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello.
Mark says, if we ever have a TP shortage again, I got stacks of gold. I card per flush. Nice. That's awesome.
Plenty of T-shirts for that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We're good.
That was a great social experiment. I mean, whatever your opinion is of COVID and everything like that, I'm not trying to get political at all, but it was so funny to me that, like, people thought the sky was falling and, like, we were entering Walking Dead times. And, like, the first thing they ran out and bought was toilet paper. And I'm like, there's survival, and then there's creature comforts. And that does not fall into the survival category at all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It was toilet paper, paper towels, the frozen food, but all the fresh fruit and everything was still okay. I'm like, but people don't know how to cook with that? I mean,
I saw a TikTok during the height of, like, shelves being empty, and, like, somebody rolled by, like, the gluten-free aisle or whatever, and they're like, man, he goes, I know some of y'all are liars, because if you, like, all the bread's gone and all this stuff's still here, so there's no way.
what?
So.
You could go over to the bakery and they still had all the Italian bread and everything up there. I'm like, right there's bread. Just go over and get it.
It's funny to me, but yeah, no, everyone was like, there's toilet paper. Like, my local, group or whatever would, there was the toilet paper people that were like, there's Walmart's restocking toilet paper, and I'm like, I'm going to tell you this right now. If I'm in a survival situation, I will find something to use as toilet paper. Like, no problem.
Well, Again, and people were like that with me at work. Like, how's your toilet paper? We just found. I'm like, dude, I've got 4 girls. We always have toilet paper, so we never get down to one roll
right.
because that's bad. No,
Right.
we're always good on toilet paper. We're good.
Yeah. Rosie says, that's why I like clothes. They're super easy to store. Now that it's garage sale season, I have so much stuff in my house. That's a good problem to have. Not so shorty resells is here. We actually were talking about you earlier.
Hey, how's it going?
Can't wait to get them beaver nuggets.
Yeah, everybody's excited for their beaver nuggets. So even if you were losing money, why do they care? Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Susan. Thanks
Hi,
for stopping by. Your wife Jimmy says it was rough. I had to hold Sarah. I hold the stand because he kept knocking it over.
I kept walking at an angle. It was like it felt like I got on a ship for the first time. I was like, "What is going on?" And she's like, "If you got to stop, we can stop." I was like, "No, we got 30 more shirts. Let's keep going."
I didn't win at the horse racing thing in Vegas. We need to sell these things.
I did, but I gave it back. I was like, "Dang it!"
Hi, Kirsten. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi.
The Eclectic Element. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen, for keeping me company while I live. You're very welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Mark says, if I get approved for Whatnot, I have my first 100 cards to get rid, or 10,000 cards to get rid of that.
Wow.
That I've been here for a while, like years. Wow.
How many cards did Popeye do in one auction?
I don't know. Mark, how many cards did Popeye do for his auction? There was no ice cream. That's true. Adam will use a top. Yep, sure will. Costco saves lives.
Go get that sign that says a top, and you could use that.
Sarah and I were talking about this yesterday. Bidets. You still have to have paper products to use a bidet. I mean, you don't have to. It's a little odd and weird for the first, 20 minutes or so after you get up. Your butt's wet. But,
you feel violated.
Yeah. No, it's oh boy, I can't keep my mouth shut. So
That reminds me of the flamingo. Like, what is going on?
So I was at they put me up in I think it was in LA. Is there a Hilton in down? Yeah, there's a Hilton in downtown LA. It was a Hilton or a Radisson or something. It was a really nice hotel, and it had the separate bidet. And I'm like, I've never tried this before. I think I should give this a whirl. And I did. And I'm like, not sure how I feel about this. But then afterwards, you're like, all right, yeah. I can see why people would like this. Anyways, that's my...
Everybody, he was a brand new man. Just like...
Yeah, but it didn't make me go buy one. It didn't make me go get one, because you can get those ones on Amazon that like hook onto your toilet or whatever.
Yeah, those don't work. Those don't work. You might as well just go use the garden hose. It's gonna be faster.
You didn't need one in the flamingo, that's for sure.
No, that is true.
I think I'm going to do a Lego minifigure auction. I just need to watch a few people see how they do it. Yeah, you'll do. I think you'll do well with that.
Mm-hmm.
So beaver nuggets are shipped, Ed. Jimmy, yours will be out in a day or so.
Oh, okay, there we go. No, you're good.
The day I got 4 horse.
I got the email. Can't wait.
That's awesome. We were watching the tail end of the hockey game. Oh yeah, the Pens won 7-3. Popeye did about 600 to 800 cards. So.
Oh, but he bundled them though, right?
I think he bundled a bunch of them.
Yeah, the ones I was watching, he was bundled, but I mean, they were probably going for decent prices. Just because I don't know postcards, so I don't.
They were going for high. They were higher than anything I would have bought. I would have spent them.
I was kind of like, don't touch the button. That's where I was. I was like, you just sit like this. Like, no, I don't want to touch.
That thing they sell at Walmart that you put around your neck and it just holds your phone right here.
Yeah. I actually have that.
Does it work?
It might if you don't have a heavy phone like I do.
So you couldn't use it for like a tablet?
No, not a tablet.
No.
That thing would hurt your neck.
Yeah. That's what I need it for.
Yeah, it would not. That wouldn't work for your tablet.
So the stand that we use for Whatnot, that holds my tablet, I actually bought that. And it's gonna sound awful. I
ended up getting this. And
I've seen this on TikTok,
on Instagram or TikTok. You saw it, right? I ended up getting it.
I'm gonna make you big because I need to see
Go
this
for it.
thing.
Yeah. So I ended up seeing this on Instagram all the time, and I think TikTok because once you see one advertisement,
Yeah.
it shows you on everything. So I
You'll
ended
see
up
it
getting
over
this.
and over and over again.
Yeah, so I got this for Whatnot specifically, right? So it's just like this. You go like that, and then you could do it
It's a
as high,
transformer.
What's
as
going
high as
on
you
there?
want,
I'm like
And then
fascinated right
What?
like that.
now. Whoa.
So it could go a lot higher. So let me see if I can show you.
What?
It goes like that. So
Now, do me a favor and hit it, like, or shake it. Like, is it stable?
no, so that's the thing because you see
Yeah.
this right here.
yeah.
That's what the problem is. So if you do it like if you go down, you just gotta
Yeah.
switch it around.
Yeah, but
see,
it
this is
doesn't
the thing-
bounce like mine
This
does.
is the
so.
thing that I hate right here. This thing
Yeah.
right here is not stable, and there's no way you could lock it. So there's actually another one that has two separate ones, one for the light and one for the actual phone. But that one was like $130. This one was 70, I think.
Wow.
But I mean, it works for what I need it for, I guess. But I'm not
Yeah.
100% happy
Mine
with
right
it.
here.
Yeah, yours is like mine. Did you buy that specifically for Whatnot, or were you like me and had something? So, like,
No,
before we went to Vegas,
This was in a box. I found it, so I was actually excited.
oh, so before we went to Vegas, we were playing an app called My Vegas Reward or Slots, which is like you can earn actual. Oh, there you go.
No, it's not hooked up. That's why.
Yeah, so you can earn actual comps like at hotels and stuff like that on this thing, and it's free. It's free essentially, and if you play it right, you can never pay for anything. Oh
That's
yeah,
what I use.
yeah,
That's what I use first.
yeah. That's what. Yeah, that's kind of what ours looks like. So what I did was I bought this thing and I hooked it onto my end table, and I would just have it sitting there because you can auto roll, and you just press the auto roll and let it roll. And then whenever a bonus round comes up, you got to do something. But other than that, so I just had it, and so that's what I ended up using to hold that. And it works, but it does when you bump it, it just
Yeah.
So, hi Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
What did I walk into? That's right. I don't plan on making Whatnot an every week thing. I just need a presence on there, as all the postcard sellers are getting on there. I figure, yeah, good idea. Your wife's laughing at me and my bidet experience. Not Pens fans here. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be. Yes, he was pulling from the boxes. Yeah, so I guess he was doing bundles. So,
Okay.
people were spending way too much top dollar. Yeah,
Okay,
see what I did there. Funny.
love it. It's awesome.
I just got it right now.
What does BGB mean?
Uh,
I don't know, Kristen. What does that mean? We use an actual camera tripod. We found ours at the thrift store for $3. Nice. Went in full tux, 6 full pour whiskeys. Nice. I like it.
I think everyone is using the ring light with the phone holder right behind it with the tripod.
Mhm.
That seems to be the most stable. And then they start everything from the laptop. That's what I'm starting to see everybody doing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. BGP. Boldly
Oh.
Grubber. Got it. My bad.
I was very. I was like, I think that's who it was, but
Yeah.
I was just letting them let the chat
I-
answer it.
I've seen that advertised. How much was that thing?
This was $70 total, I think.
Okay.
So I mean, would I recommend it? No, I would not recommend it.
Oh, okay.
It was, I mean, if you want to do like selfie video, YouTube's kind of like how you do when you're sitting down.
Hmm.
It's good, but for Whatnot, I don't think so because this is not as stable as it looks. It
Yeah.
really isn't.
But
So
I'll tell you what, I was not expecting it to get that tall.
Yeah, so it does get tall, but then you already know the more tall it goes, the
Yeah.
less stability there is.
Well, yeah, ours is kind of like what looks like what Jimmy has, where it clamps on and it's got kind of that bendable thing to it. So like when you bump it, it shakes.
yeah,
but-
and see, it has the lights on both sides too.
Oh, that's cool.
But the thing is, that light does not help at all either.
So you're saying don't buy it?
Don't buy it.
Got it.
Right.
I was your test dummy for you for that advertisement. You more than likely got.
Thank you. Hi, Sal. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah,
Sal.
bundle 50 cards. We're going for $150. I normally pay $5. Yeah, same here. Like we're under a quarter for most of our cards too.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I mean, and that's it. I had always assumed, and I guess we can talk about it for a little while. I had always assumed people that collected postcards were older. and maybe not somebody who would even look at a Whatnot. You know what I mean? And when he sold all those, and I saw his Instagram post, and he was like, he made like $2,300 his first auction or something like that. And you know, a lot of it was his YouTube following and things like that. But still, I mean, even if you got half of that going forward, or a quarter of that going forward, that's still, because he's probably paying what Mark and I are paying for postcards. And
yeah, that's impressive.
It was impressive.
Yeah,
so,
really impressive.
I'm surprised there is a market for postcards on Whatnot.
Yeah, me too. And ephemera is starting to blow up too, and that's what I was going to talk about that earlier. That's one of the more amusing things. People are getting very, very creative with Whatnot. Sarah watched a full-on cooking show on Whatnot, and it was a guy cooking. So essentially, all it was live of him cooking with the stuff he makes, and then below him was buy it now for like the sauces and the spices and the rubs and whatever it was. It was just, that's what he was doing, and he was cooking. I don't remember what he was cooking, but it wasn't doing an auction. He was doing a live cooking show, and then if you want any of his stuff, you hit the store button and buy it now.
So it's basically a YouTube live, but you can buy it then and there.
Right.
Huh. That is very creative.
Clever.
But and see, but that works for cooking because you can see exactly how to use it when they're using it too.
Yeah.
So you can entice those, like, I'm using this. It gives it this taste. If you want it, it's right there in my listing. Go buy it right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, a good idea for sure. It would be really funny to get like Sarah to do one of those or something, because there'd be a lot of swearing and her dropping things. And...
Do it yourself.
That's right. You just see the camera go. Wait, hold on a second.
Did you guys ever get the cookies you paid for, or whatever it was that you guys bought? I thought when you guys said that you got cookies from a Whatnot auction.
I don't think so. I think she tried. We were trying, but they were going for too much money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we never. I don't think we bought any.
No, what they got stuck on was shirts, but we won't go down that rabbit hole. Oh, sorry, tops. Anyways,
tops. Yeah, let's get it right.
We
it only had one barb in it, Jim. Get it right. My YouTube watchers are 54 and over. Yeah, exactly. Most of the people in his auctions are resellers. Yeah, but if you're a reseller and you're spending $150 on 50 cards, you're not making anything. That's retail, as far as I'm concerned.
Like you said, it's more than likely their viewers just trying to support them, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, but that won't last. I mean, that's just the thing. Is that like? That's why like Harry Tornado only had like, only got signed on by Whatnot for like 5 shows or whatever it was. There's a limit to how
6
long
months.
or whatever. There's still a limit to how long your viewers are going to continue to come and buy things off of you, unless it's stuff that they like, or whatever. But, to me, there's that isn't sustainable in the long run. I don't think. Right. I mean, maybe it is. It wouldn't make any sense to me, because eventually people would be like, you know what? I just can't keep doing this.
I mean, I think it can be sustainable, because there are some diehard fans, and I'm pretty sure I see the two of the biggest resellers on Whatnot, and I'm trying to buy stuff because they have some good stuff, but I see what they're selling for, and I'm like, that's probably what you're gonna sell it for total on eBay or wherever. So you're just gonna be breaking even. You might even be losing some money. And there's some that I straight up saw, I was like, you paid way too much. You're not making anywhere near what you're gonna.
Right.
It's like you know what I mean? Or they're paying retail for that. It's like, I mean, I think it can be sustainable because there are people who are diehard supporters and they just want to support them, or they want that shout out, like you said before, that they just want that shout out to try to get those followers.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. What Rosie says, Whatnot is paying a bunch in advertising. In every category of stuff I watch online, the big people are getting Whatnot sponsorships. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Her cooking show would be explicit content for sure. I'd love to see that. Yeah, so
you'd have to check mark it over.
And like Rosie was saying, it's not even a sponsorship. It's a contract that they're signing with them.
Yeah. She never won any cookies, just tops. They will learn fast. It would be great for YouTubers too, like auction what you're auctioning and put your merch in to buy it now. People pay the same amount, but get good deals with shipping. Yeah, it's true.
And,
Popeye was even telling them not to pay that much. Yeah. Expects it to level out and become more normal. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah, the thing is,
Eventually it's going to level back out.
it's just such a new idea right now that it's in that hype version right now, or hype stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually it might, but then who knows what the next thing is gonna be. And whatever that next thing is gonna be, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna hear about it first, so make sure you tell me.
Yes.
Yeah.
No problem.
I
The
mean,
next thing's going to be the Pittsburgh Picker app. That's what's going to happen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
24/7 contact.
That's right.
Well, generally,
See me sleeping.
in your auction, they're telling you what they're looking for. I mean, right off the bat, and it's like. But then again, you go source for it, then you bring it that next week because you tell them, hey, next Friday or whenever your auction is, we'll be running that kind of stuff because I have it. It's just I don't have time to go get it where it's at right now. Just give me. And then, they never show up like the Jesus Tea guy is. Where's that guy been?
I heard Jen. Saying that too. We're like, where's the
he
Jesus
wore
guy
me out
at?
for 3 weeks, man. Like, hey, you got any Jesus teas? I'm like, yeah, you just bought 2 of them, so I have like 4 more. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay. And he would buy them and leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish he'd come back. That and the guy that outbids himself. I want that guy to come back.
Yeah, I had that happen again. That was weird.
Yeah, I saw.
That was weird.
I saw that happening to Jimmy's auction.
I was like, I'm not gonna say no because I'm like, why did you bid again? Because I was watching. I was like, because I did have a glitch because I had Jen actually running the auction off the computer.
Yeah.
And that actually helped out a lot too.
Yeah.
Because she was like, you want me to start now? I was like, yeah, hold the shirt, just go. Because then I could show it to the camera when she starts, and then I hang it and move on,
Yeah. I did that on Baldy Pals because he was running a Wounded Warrior shirt and he was going to donate the money to the Gary Sinise Foundation. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just figured I'd run it up because the Gary Sinise Foundation is pretty good.
Yes,
the Lego people are doing sponsor videos and streams where Whatnot is basically paying them for the inventory and giveaways. Nice.
Yeah.
Like that. Certain things are sustainable and Whatnot. Stuff with established collector communities are the strongest. Other categories are going to come and go, I believe. Like I don't think food will be permanent. I don't know. It seems like it's.
I think it will, but it has to be not something you can just buy. It has to be something region exclusive or something that you can cook in front of them. They send it out to them, and it's like, oh, I need to get again, so they're gonna wait for their next auction, and they might even pay more if other people are bidding against them.
Right,
and food is such a very iffy category, but I'm pretty sure it's sustainable.
I think it would
find that good person.
I agree. I think it would actually do really well too. I think as long as, like you said, it's regional or it's something that you maybe make and sell at farmers markets or something like that, or like local like made honey or jam or something like that. You just can't pick up and get, and unfortunately Pittsburgh has none of that. So there's nothing that I could think of. Because I've thought about it and I'm like, there's got to be something in this region that you can't get anywhere else. And the only thing I've come up with is we do have a bread company that we've sent Rosie a few loaves of it and it's awesome. But like only people from Pittsburgh would know it, and that's it. So like if I ran a Mancini's bread auction, only people of Pittsburgh would actually know what that is, and they'd be like, oh crap, I gotta get that. But even still, it has no preservatives or anything in it, so by the time it gets to anybody, it'd probably be moldy, or you get like a day or 2 out of it. So the only reason we sent Rosie some is because we knew it would get there in less than 2 days, or 2 days.
Like the only thing I can think of that I could probably get is, instead of the In-N-Out burgers, I get the In-N-Out
the spread.
packet sauces, the spread, and just send it out like that.
You know what? You'd be surprised. I bet but you'd have to like basically rob the counter. Just give me a whole bag of it. Come on. Keep going.
How much
Really
is
like-
the bag?
Yeah. Who said I haven't done it?
The only thing you need to do is find somebody that works for In-N-Out and to ask them if you can buy a case of it.
That's true.
I bet
I'll give you
they'd
guys
sell
an
it.
update on that.
That is true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Oh my god! The In-N-Out spread auction would be, you do 50 packets, start them at $1.
Hey, I'm gonna go try it and see it, and I'll give you guys an update on that, actually, because you're right.
What else do you have in your region that doesn't Pink's make their chili in a jar?
I don't know. I don't know too much
Like they
about
do?
Pinks, but I think you could buy that online though. I don't think.
Yeah,
I'm not sure,
Might be able
actually.
to. Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna check that out.
trying to think of something else that's in the Southern California region. Northern California, you'd be able to get away with like sourdough starters and things like that, which actually would hold up on a shipping.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is In-N-Out, and that's the only thing that might make it in shipping.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else that's in there. No, can't think of
McDonald's. It's over
there. So some of these chats have been 90% food, and Adam is still here, top of his game. Oh boy, Mark. Also, some local things you just can't get on Amazon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is an answer for a lot. Oh my god, I need some In-N-Out burgers. Yeah.
Same.
Does Pittsburgh have Tasty Cakes? Yes, we do. Is Tasty Cakes? No, Tasty Cakes isn't nationwide, but it's most of the East Coast, isn't it? I'm fairly certain Pittsburgh is most of the East Coast. Or Tasty Cakes. Tasty Cake. I can't. Tops. The tops are just going through.
Yeah. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, God. But yeah, so the Tasty Cakes, I think, encompasses most of the East Coast, though, doesn't it? Rosie will answer, I'm sure, in a second. But if I'd do a Tasty Cake auction. That would be awesome. The only problem is most of them might not make it to auction.
I mean, you just want to try to see what works for you, and that's just go on it.
Yeah.
Is it like Little Debbie's?
Yeah, you don't have Tasty Cakes?
I don't know.
In-N-Out Burger on Amazon. There you go. Yeah, so Texas has Tasty Cakes. Yeah. I don't know. I know the West Coast doesn't have them. So they are like Hostess or Little Debbie or something like that. They just, they're whatever. They're cookies or cupcakes or whatever. And they're better than Hostess. And, yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have known what beaver nuggets are until you guys said it.
Well,
I had no idea what they were.
So I'll go check it out. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just nothing really. I mean, there's stuff that like people know in the region that are, Pittsburgh regional things, but most there's nothing we're really known for, it's just, I mean, there's stuff that the Northeast is known for that I could travel to, but that would be, by the time I'd make any of that, it would, eclectic element. I'm in Illinois and I don't believe we have Tasty Cakes now. I got to check. Thank you. I'm curious because that's easy. But I know during Christmas time, everybody was going crazy over those Christmas tree cakes from Little Debbie. And they were selling on eBay for $50 for 5 of them or something like that. And
wow.
Well, it's because they were sold out everywhere. In the not everywhere. The South was struggling, for whatever reason. They were just getting bought everywhere. So we were going to buy a whole bunch of them, put them on eBay, but it was just kind of coming to the end. It seemed like the sold comps were really good in November, and then end of December, middle December, they started to kind of flatline. So we were it's not worth it. So we are known for our tops. Thanks. Now I want Tasty Cakes. We even have Yingling here. They opened a brewery in Fort Worth. Wow. That would be, but you can't sell alcohol, but that would work because we are known for some pretty decent beers out here. But
same, yeah, we got a factory too. Oh my goodness!
They're just getting it for the new people who haven't seen it. Go watch his latest video.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go. Yeah, everybody will know.
You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, my anger came from my latest video. So yeah, and Goodwill's definition of a top. This is. I have it right here. This is oh look, and the barb's still on it. There it is. This is a top, a men's top, not a t-shirt. Men's top right here.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah, this is single stitch, made in the USA.
Yeah, but that top's awesome though, man.
It is.
I would rep that thing. So, are you putting that on Whatnot, or are you actually go to this week or next week?
Yeah, no, it's going on this week. There's the year, 1990.
Perfect.
Nice.
The other one's 88, and they're crispy. They're in good shape. So
yeah, those are great tops.
Nope, never seen them. Looks like they're not in a store near me. Challenge accepted. Okay, interesting. My wife loves Yingling. Shorty's laughing at me. Should I come get the cabbies from the room? I don't want you to be mad. Sorry, I went over the top. Should be ashamed of myself. What a great top. So you need to get a barb gun and add a second barb. Yeah, but then I'd have to walk around with all their colors. And I'd have to switch them out. But it would be... somebody said that too. They were like, you should get one of the guns. And I'm like, I don't think I could be trusted with that gun. Because I would be so tempted to put tags on things. Like, oh, this Nike shirt? Yeah, new with tags. Anything that looks even remotely close to new is getting a tag on it.
You're just going to be making holes on all the shirts.
That's right. No, you put them through the tag.
Yeah, put it through the tag.
Yep.
Not at my Goodwill. They do it like right here on the sides.
Oh, yeah.
They
bring it like right through that little shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of them do. I found some like, oh, why did you put it there? Why? Come on.
Yeah. Our Salvation Army staples them onto the shirts, like with tiny little staples. They put they're like, and you're like, don't, just don't.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
One of my favorite is they actually staple and they put two, one on the top and one on the bottom. Just I don't know why.
Yeah, that's great. Somebody actually, the winner of the comment on that, somebody actually said that they go around and change the prices on Goodwill stuff. In the comments, they were like, "Yeah, I just change prices on them because I had an exact same thing happen to me. So now every time I go to Goodwill, I just change their prices and move their stuff around." And I'm like, "Wow, that's impressive." So. The other one I had to wash because the lady dropped it on the floor and stepped on it. Yes, she did. The cashier did by accident.
Perfect.
So.
Oh, I was about to say.
Was it on accident? I'd have been like, well, that's a $2.99 top now.
That's right. I was gonna leave the chat, but I just had to go back in.
Well, yours would be what, $1.99?
Thanks, Mark. Yes, yeah, that $1.99 if it was a T-shirt, but T-shirts don't actually exist in this Goodwill. They're like unicorns. They're mystical. They're not there. They're like, I don't know why. Every men's shirt we get in is a top.
So they don't separate them?
No. No.
Like,
there's 3 massive, probably 50, 60 foot long clothing racks.
Okay.
With men's tops or shirt. Well, no, they're all tops. Every one of them is a top. Button down, top. Jersey, top.
Those make sense to be in tops, though. But
yeah. But no, so you do have to kind of sort through. But
okay.
Yeah,
see, ours, we actually have the T-shirts on one side, and then you get to people like, oh, I don't want this, and that's why you can go to the tops, like no joke, and find T-shirts over there because I'm like, hey, there's the T-shirts, so you can pull them out of there. But
yeah. Oh, is this the
they
last
don't double,
one?
but they don't double bar them though. We just have the single bar.
No, that you know of. Our thrift stores do that, and I hate it. Yeah. We have doubled staples, with the Salvation Army. I've had people put stamps on postcards. Can you believe it? Sometimes 2 of them. That is crazy. I don't know why they do that.
I mean,
they're not on top of their game, Mark.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like it.
My Goodwill, the people are just so messy that when the shirt drops, they just leave it there. And then you see like almost 20 of them on the floor because they're just, like, can't you just pick it up?
There was.
Stop it!
I found some good shirts on the ground though when they just get kicked under.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when we went to Cleveland and we went to the Salvation Army in Cleveland, that place, Sarah had to leave quickly. So like we went to the back and like they had like the pegs with all the Goodwill toy bags and everything hanging all over them.
Yeah.
And then there on the floor there was just like all the plastic toys that the big children's toys that actually would sit on the floor. On top of it were there more bags, toys just piled on top of it. Then there was a shelf behind us. There were every shelf, like if you were to pull something out of that shelf, like it's coming down. And there was shirts all over the floor. There was just garbage everywhere. Like it was bad. So yeah, Sarah had to leave. Your Goodwill sounds crappy.
Great.
Yeah, two stamps on top. Okay, bye. You can't top Sarah's comments. Oh Lord. Oh man. So yeah, that thrift store was probably one of the messiest I've ever been into. That, and there's one down north of Pittsburgh. That's I don't think anybody actually works there, like except for the cashier, because man, it's just piles of stuff like on the floor and everywhere. It was bad. So, but well,
have you guys noticed on the eBay app now it tells you the views for the last 30 days instead of the lifetime now?
no.
Yeah, so they actually just changed it that now when you go to either offers or your listings, but I know it does it for offers. It shows you the views just for your last 30 days. It doesn't show you the lifetimes anymore, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, I just noticed that today.
I don't want to look at them.
No, me neither. It's depressing.
I looked at some of my stats today after I was done. My click impressions are down like 10% right now, and I'm like, this isn't good. So, yeah, I don't even want to look at the stats.
See, my question is like, where's the people going? What are they looking for? You know, I mean, at least we could ask people and whatnot. You know, we can ask them.
Yeah,
I mean, even if the people tell you what they want and whatnot, and you get it, they're not there again.
Jesus.
Well, some of them. Yeah, that guy's gone. I don't know where he went.
I think a lot of people are just saving their money. I honestly think that. I mean, like our diesel fuel in our area, and I'm so happy I don't have a diesel truck anymore, is $5.99 a gallon. I mean, I've never seen anything in Pittsburgh get that high, ever. That's first. Now I know that's peeing in the wind compared to what probably Ed's paying for regular right now. But
I sent this to Jen today.
19?
Yeah, I'm glad you're sitting down, Ed, because Ohio just reached over $4. Oh, I can't handle it. Yeah, this is what I sent Jen today. I was like, "What is this?"
Oh, we've been
and McDonald's like that.
And that's the reason why I'm looking into getting an electric bike.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
but my girlfriend keeps saying no.
Oh, Sarah saw Jesus Boy the other day in a room.
There we go.
He's still around.
Tell him to come back.
I got Jesus teeth.
I think about out though. To be honest with you, I think I'm about done with him.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't come back, I'm not getting more. I mean, some of them sell well. The vintage ones sell well. Like vintage religious tees actually don't do bad. It's the ones that are like local churches and stuff. It's like Cornerstone, whatever church, something like that. They don't do very well. But
yeah, I sold that one the date in Ohio for $12. I was like,
it's true.
I started laughing. I was like, what? And then I'm like, all right, well, now I'm gonna throw this 80 single stitch up $2. I'm like, I don't get it. I probably stared at that shirt after the auction was out. I'm like, what? What's going on here? She was just like, come on, hand me the shirt. She was like, it was okay.
What were you gonna say, Ed?
Shoot, I don't even remember anymore.
Come back to it.
It'll come back to me eventually.
Yeah, unless they look awesome, we're gonna walk by them. Yeah, same here.
I remember now.
Go for it.
Like, yeah, you guys should just do an all Jesus shirt. Just have that as a title, and somebody will come.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like crew necks. Crew necks, I think the craze got started on Whatnot by like 3 or 4 people. And those 3 or 4 people didn't buy many of them. And they would hype them up, but they'd never buy them. Like, they come in and ask, you'd run 1 or 2, they'd kind of throw bids in it and seal them for $2 or $3 and then move on. And that's why we actually got rid of them. Like, we'll buy awesome crew necks. Like, if they're really, really cool, we'll buy them. But for the most part, we're not buying them anymore. Unless they're reverse weave or something insane. But most of the time we're not buying them. And I think the Jesus tees are the same thing, is that I feel like Jimmy would have like 4 or 5 people in that room, and hopefully they all fight over the same t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it really depends on how many people you have in the auction too, because I see some of these other people who they start their shirts at like $10-$12 and they're still selling them.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they're all vintage, of course, but they have like maybe 40 people in at a time, and they go live every single day.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's unfortunately the only real way to gain momentum on Whatnot is to go live as frequently as you can, because you'll gain followers and you'll gain momentum, and people will it's just a trust thing also. And once people find you, most of the time they come back. But it's just kind of getting to that point where you get, the one person stumbles on your auction and is like, hey, I really like your stuff. I'll be back. And then they come back next week and the week after that and the week after that. And
Yeah.
you just kind of got to keep accruing it to the point where you're getting to that point where
it's when I was having the t-shirt auction last weekend. A lot of people were coming in and was like, where are the shoes at? I was like, oh, there's no shoes today. It's just shirts.
Right.
And I had to keep telling, I was like, yeah, but I'm going to do another one. But everybody who basically followed me, they were all there for mostly shoes. I barely got not too many people with the shirts. And my girlfriend, she's going to do a plush auction. And apparently that's getting a lot of attention. I have no idea why it is, but she's going to end up doing that. No, I saw.
Yeah.
But right now, the listing that I have for it, it has nothing in the catalog. And it's just my picture there with the title.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it already has 9 people right now. I'm like, I haven't even put anything yet.
Yeah.
She's going to be in charge of that one. She's going to be controlling that. I'm going to be the one in the back.
I know why. You have the magic word in there.
Squishmallows?
Squishmallows. And your profile picture has Squishmallows behind it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, here we go with the camera. New camera already.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose.
No,
Yeah.
it's the new camera.
I thought he did it on purpose.
It must be this brand. It must be this brand, man. What
I was gonna say you didn't get your new one.
Yeah, you didn't get your new one yet?
It's gone again.
No,
So you're just gonna get the talking circle. I gotta let it cool down, I guess. Sorry.
That's cool. If you give 3 tips on Whatnot, what would it be?
Your first one, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah, your first one is gonna tank. It's not gonna tank
unless you get Popeye's followers to follow you. Then you'll make money. Actually,
yeah. Be prepared for your first auction. You got to build. Like that's the whole key to it is building a following. Now you have a following. If you're starting with a YouTube following, it's a little easier because you do have a little bit more of a following. But be prepared for the first one to lose some money, and then when you're in the live stream, don't treat it like a YouTube video or YouTube live or something like that. Like the dead air and the things like that, nobody cares about. It's not a production. Don't treat it as such because people don't want it. We get more compliments on the fact that we are quick and abrupt and to the point. Not abrupt, but we move our auction along. We don't talk about the weather. We talk about other stuff, but it's while the auction is going on or something like that. But we're not like, hey guys, let me sing you a song real quick or something, or whatever. We don't waste a lot of time. It's like we're running our shirts and we're out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of a third one at the moment, but if you guys have one, by all means,
do play music in the background. It really does make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Don't make sure they can hear you.
And if you can, have someone help you out.
Yeah, actually, that would be your best piece of advice is, have somebody there to like at least label figure out a way to keep track of for yourself who's bought what. Because if you have to use Whatnot's dashboard afterwards to figure out who bought what, it's entirely too complicated.
And also, if you do come up with a system, during that auction, throw that system away because it's not going to work. That's what I learned.
True. Let's see. Hi, Bearded PokeTuber. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey.
Carrie in the house. What's up, Carrie? Pet Push's softener.
Oh,
big time TikTok.
Yeah, we got the one of the Trash to Cash podcasts in here. So
that's right. The 1/3 of it. Let's see. For Pete's sakes, American Arbitrage's secret.
Oh, wow! Got a follower. Wow, that's creepy.
I have a feeling I know who that is, but anyways.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll sing a song for you. There you go. Yeah, Sarah can sing a song. I do a great Toto impression. That's true. My secret lover, Carrie in the house. That's right. American Arbitrage. The best is the profile picture.
I mean, that is good. That's awesome. So if we get that big, so now we have to look over our shoulders when we get that big. Like,
yeah. Do we get stalkers too at some point? How did you get a stalker, Carrie? Like, how do you go about getting stalkers? We need to know.
Right? Yeah. I think we already have one anyways.
No, do we?
In the background, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that, but I don't know if it's the same. They don't go as far as to make the secret lover thing, but it's awesome. I love it.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. So, but yeah, back to Whatnot.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that really you would want to know. I mean, the biggest thing is you got to set your expectations pretty low, because you're not going to get YouTube money or eBay money off of it. I mean, you will eventually on some things, but and then for whatever, like Jimmy was saying, a lot of the times you will put up something that you think is absolutely awesome, and you'll be like, "This is going to go for like $30 or $40," and then it goes for like $5.
Yeah, like I would never start this at $1, just because I know if that sold for $2, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna be done.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll be done the rest of the day. I'll be like,
the thing is, though, is like you could start that at $5, and it could go literally go either way. Like nobody would bid on it, and they just like no, or it'll go to like $30. Like,
and
you just never know.
And also don't be pressured to start at $1. You can start at whatever you want.
Yeah,
I think that's a misconception that everybody has, that you have to start at $1. You don't have to. You might not get as much things selling as you would like if you do, but you don't have to start at $1. You can start at whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Apparently lots of thirst trap posts will get you secret lovers. So that's awesome. So
okay,
getting close to 1 million on TikTok, Carrie. Wow,
that's crazy.
The bolos of the days are doing it for you. Apparently, I'm trying to get better at it. I've been doing a lot of reels. I did 3 today. And I'm going to continue to do more. I keep saving all the original sounds from other people so I can make funny reels, because I don't know.
Is it true they upped the minutes on the reels too?
I don't know.
Because somebody
on TikTok they did. I don't know about Instagram.
I thought on Instagram they moved it to 10 minutes. I'm like, who's going to watch that for 10 minutes?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you would be.
I mean, it depends on what you're watching, I guess. That makes sense. But
so
for like what we do, I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that for 10 minutes.
Sarah loves to watch ones that are going nowhere. Like I can't remember what she was watching the other day, but it was like this guy. I don't remember I cannot remember for the life of me what he was doing, but like we were sitting in the truck and like we were about to get out, and she's like, I just got to know where this is going to go. And it went nowhere. Nowhere. Like it was like he was stirring something and then he was doing something else, or like, and then like all of us, and it was like 5 minutes long, and it kept going on and on and on. And she's like, sooner, and then it just stopped. And I'm like, I can't handle those things. Like it drives me nuts. I want to do a lot of reacts, but like, because like Sarah watches me watch certain things, she's like, your reactions would be great on things, and I'm like, yeah, I really want to do it, but I don't really want, like, I want to do it, but in the same respect, I don't want my like Pittsburgh Picker TikTok to be all me reacting to weird stuff that has nothing to do with reselling whatsoever. But then again, I'm like, I don't really have a presence on TikTok, so who really cares what it is,
right?
You know what I mean? So
it would drive people to your YouTube though, because
that's what I was gonna say. Ed just took it. You could get them over to you.
Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Hey, if I show you a picture of a toilet, will you laugh at it like you do on your TikTok or something?"
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
absolutely.
That's exactly what it was. So it was a lady, and she put like hand warmers on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
And then she like glued something to the top, like, and then like put like velvet over top of it or something. And it was like, honey, your toilet's ready. And like a guy came in and then like went to go sit down. I'm like, what did I just watch? Like what? Oh, it was awful.
I mean, half the ones that I watch like that, I'm like, why am I watching this?
Yes. Oh, all the time.
But the question is, who doesn't do that for their husband? I'm just saying.
I've never.
Jen she was like, no, don't even get no ideas. Exactly what she said.
The best part of my toilet is the soft closed toilet seat. You know what happens? So we did it in Vegas. Like as soon as we got out in the room, like because I waited in line for 3.5 hours to check in, I had to pee. So we got in the room and like I peed real quick and then went to put the seat down and I'm like, and all you hear is wham, and I'm like, come on, like. Can't get a soft close, and like people that don't have them, I'm like, you need a soft close toilet seat. Like my friend Jim has one now, and I'm like, this is great. It's the best invention ever. So, Whatnot app said to do an IG reel and follow them on why I would be good for whatnot. Nope, that's not happening. Yeah, they do want to. They do want to see your inventory. So, I'm going to send them in a recommendation for you, Mark. So,
Same.
You just gotta send me an email with the email address you're using. What else do you need?
Phone number.
Oh, they asked for the phone number.
Yeah, Ed's is like, why do you? I was like, Ed, they're asking me Ed's like, what are you asking me these questions for?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care. I mean, Adam has mine. You have mine. I really don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me your email and the phone number you're going to use that you use to sign up on whatnot. And if it's just your cell phone, I already have it. So
I would just have him on standby because I was asking Ed some weird questions. I was like, man, I'm reading the screen. He's like, are you sure this is going to get me on? I was like, I don't know, Ed. We're going to try it, man. What else? What's the worst thing going to say? No.
Hey, it worked though.
What was it like? Was it like a week and a half later or something?
No, I think it was like 2 weeks later.
Was it 2 weeks? So I mean, but still.
Yeah, 2 weeks and then another week for the onboarding. So it took basically 3 weeks.
Yeah. Where they covered the toilet seat in felt, and put hand warmers and a snack basket on the back. That's what she did. She like put hot glue down at the bottom and then stuck a basket to the, I'm like, well, what am I watching? Why are we still watching?
My question about the video
is, does anybody actually eat snacks on the toilet? Because I've never.
No, I don't.
Jimmy's like,
I have, but not regular.
It's like I have all my meals in the toilet. Actually,
I was sick at that point, so I couldn't even get off the toilet. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not lying. But no. My point of that whole video was, I'm like, why did she keep?
I'm sorry.
Why did she keep
I'm just picturing you with like a McDonald's burger.
No, I'm sick, man. Like crackers.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
But yeah, I mean that video of the toilet, man, I was like, why did she keep putting an X right there? And then when she put the holder there, I was like, okay, this is so fake.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was like, you forgot the Doritos. I'd have been punched. I'd have been punched right in the face, man.
That's right. Adam always closes the toilet. It's amazing. Yeah, for sure. Hope so. We shall see how it goes. Yeah, for sure. There's a brush. There's a brush outside. Don't grab the 3-leaf brush. So poison ivy might get back there.
That's true. Yeah. I live out in the country. I can just go outside.
Yeah, you don't want to sit on poison ivy. I sent them my smpostcards.com and they can see 32,000 listings. Also picture of my card and shelf. We'll get you in. I'm sure of it. I work retail in the women's room. They got me in, so. Yeah. I work retail in the women's room. Toilet was surrounded with discarded mixed nuts. The joke's written.
That's awesome. It's like, what is going on?
Sometimes you don't need to write jokes. This is enough right there.
No. Like, just put the visual in your head. It's over. It's like...
There's a lot of my life has gone through where you're like, what happened here? How did this happen? How did this happen? Like, and all I'm thinking to myself is somebody was sitting on the toilet trying to open that bag, and do the pull like a chip bag, and then they were like, yeah, I just gotta go. I've been there. So,
not me.
Not on the toilet, but I've been there where like I've done something and it just exploded, and I'm like, all right, I'll see it. I do it all the time with our. We have this cabinet that has like all of our like bag, like sandwich bags and plastic wrap and all kinds of stuff, and like it's just teetering on the brink of disaster all the time. So the moment you pull something out of there, it just and it all falls out. And like Sarah's seen it. Like she's gotten to the point where like anytime I need something out of there, she's like, let me do it. Because because there was a period of time where I'd pull something out and it'd all fall down. And I'd just be like,
I'm done.
Okay, yeah. I can't. So
you needed the sensor. Beep, beep, beep. No, no.
Email sent should be at the top of my inbox.
At least it's on the top.
Yeah. Bearded PokeTuber found a half of a cheeseburger in the bathroom of a restaurant I used to work at, right on the back of the toilet.
Hold on,
was it an In-N-Out burger?
No, that's. Did I show you this picture, Ed? Which saddest picture ever. No, I don't think so. I think you would have remembered it. It was pretty bad. I know I sent it to Jimmy whenever it happened.
Oh, yeah, on the ground. Who does that?
Yeah.
At the hotel room? Or the hotel hallway?
Oh
Who does-
yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Who does that, man? Especially the whole
I walked
bird,
out
man.
my door and turned left, and I'm like,
Yeah. I replied
And then
back to you. I was like, it's not worth it. Just let it
I
go.
kicked it with my shoe, and I was like, "There's a full double in there. What?
And guess what I
What
had
has
yesterday?
happened here? Oh, that's
And
I had a double with some animal style fries.
yeah, we're done. All right. This
Night,
is that
everybody.
show now. Yeah, you're getting the blob.
Oh, yeah. Just backsplash means something different in the bathroom. That's right. A decision was made there. Yeah, that's another thing I really like seeing is like someone leaving like pistachios or like health bars or granola bars or something like in the bakery next to the brownies, and you're like, decisions were made here.
Right.
Yeah, those are always fun. So Sarah wants a double, party foul.
Same.
Yeah. No,
They are
I don't care
delicious.
how drunk I am. I'm not dropping my burger. I might drop the drink, but the burger, that's not getting dropped.
No.
There was no way. I will be like that guy with the beer that can never spill his beer. Like that thing is staying off the ground and in the wrapper until I'm ready to eat it. So
I mean,
that was a very sad morning for me, Ed. I walked out and I was like, if I had a hat, I would have.
that was the day you guys were going home, right? Was that-
Day before.
or day before? Okay.
Yeah. So
Man, that's so depressing. It's like, oh,
It is.
are George magazines worth anything? I don't know what George magazines are. Sarah might
never heard
know.
of- Yeah,
Not sure.
never.
Drew Strickland in the house. What's up, Drew?
This is. I had it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is as far as weird stuff I have, like this little guy right here. You know, I don't
Oh,
know.
watch it with that one.
Mhm.
So might put that on whatnot for $1. Come,
There you go.
it's like I don't know.
No, actually, that'll sell pretty well on eBay.
Well,
Yeah. This week's you got to watch what you say about that though, and how you can't
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
describe
sure.
it what it is.
right? Yeah,
So, yeah,
it's true.
but it will. This week's
Right.
option has a crap load of them. Not my thing though. Yeah, I've never heard of them. I don't even know what they are, Mark. Rachel's in the house. What's up, Rachel? Have you guys seen my husband? He was here for a minute, and then he might have left. Oh no, he's still here. Is this a reseller live? I must be lost. That's right.
Depends how far you came into it. Okay.
Yeah, there was some bidet. There was some bidet talk earlier. So
There was, yeah.
it's
You're
a
gonna be
John.
seeing the word top a lot.
Yes, you are going to see the word top a lot. John Kennedy Jr. magazine, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, most JFK stuff, they printed a ton of it. I think every older woman in my family collected JFK stuff because my mom had so much JFK stuff when my grandparents passed. And then when people on my dad's side of the family also had tons of JFK stuff. I mean, I know he got assassinated and all that kind of stuff, but like people really collected JFK stuff back then, like a lot of it. So that's first day cover. Got it. Let's see here. Stricklands have arrived. Sarah, girls are welcome here. Of course.
Yeah,
I think. Let's see.
everybody's welcome.
TP
Yep.
back stock. Yes, Rachel, girls are allowed, of course. Yeah, I've never found anything of value with JFK in it. I don't know about Junior, but I've never. I've found old Life magazines, the intact newspapers of the day he was shot, all that stuff, and most of it is not very valuable. So
Yeah. I found some pristine stuff too. You're like, oh yeah, oh sucks. It's like,
Yeah.
again, like I said, from the grandparents. So
Ed, do you see that stuff out there?
No, I
Or
mean
is
I'm
this
not actively looking for it, so I might be seeing a lot of it, but since I don't look for it, I don't notice it.
It might be an East Coast thing, like it
Yeah,
very
I
well,
think-
because I don't
I think it
remember
is.
seeing a lot of it out in the West Coast at all.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. It's interesting.
you find a lot of Elvis stuff? Because we do.
Mm,
See,
Not
like
really,
these
actually.
community sales that we just went to, man, there was a bunch of Elvis stuff, and I was like, and I don't know nothing about it, so I was like, but they had stupid prices on it too, so it was
Yeah.
easy to walk away from it. So I was like,
There's some Elvis stuff that sells really well, that you can do really well with. But you're right. Most of the stuff is like the stuff that the Home Shopping Network sold.
yeah,
and,
that's exactly what it was. I'm like, I'm not paying you. That's probably what you bought it for. Yeah.
The party has arrived. The wives are uniting against the husbands.
That's true.
Bearded Pokey Tuber says the problem with that stuff is everybody and their mother kept them because they thought it would be worth something someday.
That's what I was thinking too.
Just like how they market it as a collectible. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Did they really think that way back then? That they think it would be worth a lot more?
Yeah. Look at Beanie Babies.
Oh yeah.
Like people really thought that was going to be, worth thousands whenever they retired them and stuff like that, and they just So
that's why I think Squishmallows are starting to.
They already did.
Yeah,
because Walmart's starting. Because now you can go to Walmart and find them all over the place in there now. So I'm like, it's not good.
Well, that's funny you should say that because Aldi's today had Ty's version of the Squishmallows, which are like squishies or something like that.
Squishies.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
And I'm like, so the Beanie Baby market, like the Beanie Baby manufacturer is getting into the next Beanie Baby thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's over.
But yeah, I think they are starting to fall. But you have a good idea with the Squishmallow auction because you can liquidate and kind of get rid of those things.
Yeah, I mean we have a bunch that we ended up getting for $1, but even now the vendors they're pricing them up way too much.
Yeah,
and at Five Below now, the little 8 inches, they're now $666.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah,
so they went up in price there too.
Yeah, they it's fun. I love it when like garage sale people think they know like what things are worth. There was a pair of old Adidas Kareem Abdul-Jabbar high tops at this one lady's yard, and they were thrashed.
Oh,
and
man.
I was like, how much you want for these? And she's like, they're old and they're probably collectible, like $50. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And she's like, well, make me an offer. And I'm like, I'd be around 10. And she just ignored me. And I'm like, so
yeah, I mean, pristine maybe, but nah. If they were pristine, I might have did it, but I would still try to get them a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, Sarah has this teeth that she's afraid to open, and Rachel wants her to open it live. That might actually be a good idea. Lady Luck Junk here. I had just sold my Beanie Babies today. They've been listed since I started this life. How long? How long you've been in this life? I need to know. And did you fall victim when you saw them and you looked up comps on them? And you're like, $1,300? No way.
Yeah.
I thought my diplomas would be worth more. It's pretty much the same. Me and Elvis are brothers. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Who prices things at $6.66?
I'll send you a picture, Rachel. Whenever I end up going, they really did.
All right.
That's all.
Stay away from those. There's a bad juju.
I can't handle it. When I see that number, I got to change whatever it is that's happening.
Yeah. Like you can't just round up. Go one more.
I'll take this candy bar.
Yeah, I had to do a decimal today. At work. I was like, nope, 6.67. There you go. It's like I'm not doing it. Nope.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, we're over. We are over. So, what do you guys got coming up this week?
Ed, go ahead.
So YouTube wise, I got a couple things in mind. If I ever get to that point, I'll make the videos. They're just gonna be informational. Other than that, I have my whatnot auctions. I have one of them coming up this weekend on Saturday, same time, 3:30. If I don't end up changing it in case any unexpected things happen, that's gonna be my
6:30 East, 3:30
East. Say 6:30 East, 3:30 my time, and that's gonna be the XL to 5XL/5XB auction. Some of them already got pre-bid, so that's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
and I'm still adding to that auction too. So I'm still sourcing, getting anything over that, and I'm still adding them to the catalog.
Yeah.
And then the week after, if everything still goes according to plan, my girlfriend's gonna be having the plush auction where she's gonna be the one doing the auction, and I'm gonna be in the background.
That's
So
perfect.
she's very nervous on
No, she'll
camera or
be
even
fine.
being behind it. So
She'll be fine.
we'll see. But yeah, so she's the plush person. She's the one that gets all of it. So she's in charge of that.
Okay.
Rachel
but,
says XL. Woody, what? Yeah.
XL through 5XL shirts, and then I even have a 5 extra large tall, which
Yeah.
that thing is big.
That's to be humongous. Holy
It's a
moly.
red carpet.
It's huge, and it already has a pre-bid too.
Nice. That's awesome.
So that's
I could
that's gonna
probably
be
guess
this.
who pre-bidded it though.
Same,
Yeah,
same.
Yeah. By the way, Lady Luck Junk 2018. I just picked up everything then. Well, I still kind of do. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And Rachel's mad that we're leaving. We have to. We've been on for 2 hours and 5
Yeah.
minutes.
About
They have jobs, Rachel. They got to get up in the morning.
Yep. I gotta get up in 6 hours.
Yeah, that's right. That's not a shirt. That's a moo.
that is true.
Totally.
But yeah, other than that, that's all I have planned until next Monday. Back here.
Yeah. Jen
And,
says
be
she'll be
talking
fine.
about tops.
Yeah,
Jen says she'll be
Jen,
fine.
yeah, Jen was running the auction with like I just said, hey, hit those 3 dots and hit start auction. And, she was like 30 seconds, $1. Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Who has a job? But Jimmy and Ed have to get up in the morning to work, to go to
Yeah.
work. I shouldn't say they have jobs. We all have jobs, but they work for other people that make them get there at a certain time.
Mhm.
It's in the morning. So,
Yeah.
so, Jimmy, what do you got coming up?
What do I got coming up? If I don't lose my GoPro, we're actually going to have some community garage sale footage and stuff, haul video. I did put out some videos. What? Yeah. And then 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. I already got the 60 shirts loaded, ready to go. I just got to make my video for it.
Nice.
And then 7 p.m. Eastern Sunday on John Bama Picking and Grinning's channel, we're doing the Jimmy and John show. So
Sweet.
and then we're back here on Monday. So that's it.
Yeah. I got tomorrow. There'll be a video of our community or the thrift. I guess it's a Mission Thrifts warehouse sale, which was insane. So that's going to be coming out tomorrow. And then Sarah and I are back here live Thursday, 9 p.m. And then again on Sunday, of course. So, and then Friday night, 9:30, we're going to be doing another t-shirt auction, which will include that camel tank top and the grandma single stitches. So yeah, be there. It's a good one. We pulled more down from our eBay again, so this seems to be working better for us. So we're just going to kind of there's going to be a life cycle for our t-shirts on eBay, and once they get to a certain age, they're just coming off and going on to whatnot. So seems to be working for us, so we're going to do that. What's a job? Glad to hear you're on top of your game for Monday, given you took Sunday off. Funny.
Nice.
Jen, teach me how to whatnot. We can all teach you how to whatnot. It's easy.
It's real easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Once the first thing sells, it's like, bam, this was easy. Let's go.
There's a potential that Sarah may be doing a teeth unboxing on Thursday. Yeah. It is pretty easy, like Jen's saying here. So, yeah, that's what I got coming up. And then me and Sarah back here live on Sunday. And then us again back on Monday. So we're here every Monday. Rachel, just for your information, we are here, the three of us, every Monday at 9. So, well, 6
p.m. Pacific.
6
Yeah.
Ed's time, but and I think
It's supper time. We're
8 p.m. your time. So, yeah. So, if you ever want to come by earlier, chat with us, you're welcome to. Is that like teeth pulling? No, it's teeth unbagging. So, all right, guys. Well, that's it for us. We will see you guys next Monday for the three of us. So, thank you everybody to watching. We really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next Monday. Bye.
See you guys.
Hi, guys.
Good day, sir.